Live Sunday night with those guys, and Sunday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How are you, Herman? Happy Sunday. How are you, man?
How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm sitting here. I just came from a barbecue. The belly's full. I got my red cup.
Okay.
A two-step in my red cup. No, I'm not gonna do a two-step in a red cup, but I do have my red cup today. What's up, man? How are you? What's up, Drone Shots, JSK, Drone Views Media? Who else is here? Let me scroll up. Rhode Island Drone Guy. How are all of you? Happy Sunday to you all.
Drone Guy.
What's up, man?
That's the same thing.
Yeah. I see your collection. Your collection back there is growing, man.
Well, not really. I mean, it's just...
What's that pro grade box over your left shoulder? I can't see that.
Oh, that's just the card reader.
Oh, that's the card reader you were just telling me about. Okay.
Yeah, it's a card
so on the fly in the field, you can literally
No.
upload to there.
No. It's plugged into the computer. It's just another card reader.
Okay. Hey, Roger, what's good, man? Hope
What's up,
all
Roger?
is well. I heard Roger Palooza was a success. I'm glad you guys
use video.
I don't even have time to do a video. Nonetheless, I try to watch video as much as I can, but it's just hard. You know how it is, Herman. Especially when you're trying to get several things done at one time, and it's just, basically it's just hard to do. Hold on a second. Let me adjust this camera right here just a wee bit. So, okay, that's a little bit better. I want you to see the skyline. I don't care about me. I know what I look like. Blind Neil, how are you? What's up, man? So, Herman, your weekend, how was football season this week? How was the scrimmage game? I mean, that was the first one. I know how it is. I'm trying to get you to tell them in the chat. Those of you who don't know, Herman is a defensive coach in Erasmus High School, and
I mean, the scrimmage was okay. I mean, we got some work in. Some of the other schools got some work in.
Okay.
It was just, run some, get a look at other people other than the guys that are on your team. You know what I mean? Get a feel for opposing teams.
Yeah.
And get a look at how other offenses are running, other than just looking at the program that you run. We know how that is, but let's see how they are against other teams. So they had a couple of schools had a scrimmage, and that went on until the heat advisory. And
yeah. The door's open.
I'm too glad to shut that down once the heat advisory came.
Sorry about yelling, but
we got a little bit of work in.
Okay. Hey, Recovery One. L Smeghead, how are you? And Explicit.
Recovery One, what's up, man?
What's good, Explicit? What did you come up for? Plates are over there. So if you're taking the whole thing, excuse me a second. Huh?
So it's not over, huh?
The foil is there. Right here. Stop. Right here. That's the foil and those are the plates. Okay? I'm sorry. We're just finishing off a barbecue. Yeah. And I had to leave the barbecue early to come set up for the stream. But I didn't leave my red cup. Let me stop. Before the night's over, I'm going to be doing the two-step in my red cup.
We'll see.
Explicit says he's doing some editing.
Right.
Eddie Nunez, what's good from Puerto Rico?
Eddie.
Hey, Eddie. Hey, Rob, C, Aviano Ariel. One question for you, Eddie Nunez. As much as you're on vacation, how much do you work a week? 2, 3, 4 days a week, then go on vacation for a month. I'm just playing. Eddie, I'm not mad at you. Seriously, enjoy, man. If I had the opportunity,
Big Matt,
I would,
what's up, man?
I would get on a plane every week. Seriously. Red Cup, you fill me up, Rob says. What's up, Big Matt? How are you, man? I see Explicit says he's doing some editing this video. Night Train, how are you, man? No, Eddie, seriously, if you ever need a bodyguard, I'm for hire. Seriously. Some people will tell you, I don't mind punching things or people. No, I'm just playing. It's barbecue and my Red Cup.
That's what it is. All right.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Well, I hope all you guys are well.
I got a shirt.
It's another Sunday, the 29th of August. Before you know it, guys, it's actually less than 6 months till Christmas.
Yeah, it'll be Christmas before you know it. It'll be Christmas. Yeah.
Eddie says he's got a lot of FPV videos coming and a lot of beaches and cliffs. Yeah, rub it in, why don't you? Why aren't we invited to the barbecue, Tom? Because it was supposed to be a barbecue for my grandnephew / birthday / everything else you could fit into the excuse for having a barbecue. And Welsh Rob, what's up? Welsh Rob is watching on the Fire Stick. Okay. Well, to make a long story short, I didn't want to go to the barbecue, but somebody had to be there to drink some alcohol. So I figured, and I made some chicken shish kebabs that went like that. But maybe next time. In fact, wait a minute. Are you at the barbecue, Tom? Or did you go to the barbecue? NYC 5 Borough Drone Meetup had a barbecue today. They call it the Mike Nice Barbecue. He was a drone pilot that Herman and I got to fly with. Tom, it is all about the free meal. You're right about that shit. And Mike Nice was a great gentleman, great character, nice personality. And he had passed maybe about a year and a half ago. And this is the 1 year / barbecue / anniversary of him not being here. So they are having a barbecue right now in Erie Basin. Actually, I don't even know if it's still going on. It started at 11 or 12, but I hope those guys had a good time. What happened, Herman?
It may or may not. I don't know. It depends on the turnout. And
yeah. It does depend on the turnout.
I thought they were going to have a big spread, but I mean, that would always keep people there.
I'm sorry. Red Cup kicking in. No, it's been a long day. Well, all I know is I went to a barbecue here locally because I couldn't go to the 5 Borough earlier. I'll be on in a little bit. Okay, Tom, not a problem. You know the invite is sent. I went to the barbecue, of course. I had to sample the chicken shish kebabs, being that I made them. So I had to put a 4 on the grill and sample one of the 4. They were a hit, like I said. Chicken and burgers. Well, no, we had chicken shish kebab, burgers, hot dogs, beef sausages for people who don't eat pork, turkey burgers. It turned out okay. It was nice. Actually, they're still out there. Like I said, my grandnephew, one of them just came up and got some plates and aluminum foil after they sent it upstairs with me. Now they realize they have pans of food out there and they need to wrap some of that stuff up for people to go. Because I'm telling them, give that stuff away, Herman. The more they eat, the less they have to bring back to the house. You know how it is. Big Matt says was there. It was nice. There were a lot of people. Great turnout. I'll give you more info about the 5B event. Okay, Tom. Okay, great. But I'm glad you guys got to go. I would have loved to go if it was yesterday and it wasn't raining yesterday. That would have been the deal. But unfortunately, it was raining yesterday. Oh, sorry. They canceled it until today. So Excuse the excessive yawning. That's just my body saying you've been doing more than you should today.
That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I had
But
a long morning, but
we're going to get this.
I
We
gotta.
are going to get this talk out here. Hold on a second. Let me pull up the article
Close Rob, what's good, man?
because everyone is asking
What?
about, are you going to talk about it? Are you going to talk about it? Yes, I'm going to talk about it.
What, the
Not,
barbecue?
no, no.
That's a barbecue.
Boy on
When is the barbecue?
your boy Drone DJ.
Who?
Your boy Drone DJ. Now, I suppose everyone has seen the video, okay, of the guy going to Biden, whatever. He's speaking another language, of course. And he featured this picture. Okay. Now, this is supposed to be a leaked picture of the Mavic 3. I have to do my own sound effects because my sound effects board is not working. This is the only thing you guys can seem to hear, and it's incredibly low. But I have all this other sound effects and stuff, and I will get it fixed. I'm working on it. I'm actually running Windows 11, and I believe that's the issue. And I'm just too lazy to backdate to Windows 10. But if I cannot resolve this issue, I will have to revert back to Windows 10. But this is the picture that everyone's been looking at. He did show a picture of this on his video, the foreign guy. And this is supposed to be a Mavic 3. And if you notice, 2 lenses. So I'm thinking one is maybe an FPV lens for flying, and one is specifically for camera work. What do you guys think? Have you seen it in the chat? I can't see the chat right now, but it is rumored that the Mavic 3 has been leaked. You guys,
I don't know. It talks about having 24 millimeter f2.8 aperture lens, and the capability of 5.7K resolution for video. So maybe it has a dual lens. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just all speculation. Leak picture. I don't know. The information that this guy, what's his name? Drone Modelismo?
his name is Kapiksa Boykin. And that's what his name's going to be until I hear something in English, because
see the picture?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't pay no attention to graphics anymore.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey, got my red cup.
This is the guy that leaked
it. I'm sorry. Let's be focused.
The guy is a Brazilian YouTuber. It's a Brazilian channel. It's Drone Modelismo.
In answer to you drone shots, it's starting to piss me off, and I probably will revert back this week sometime to Windows 10, because it works. What's happening here is I can play videos, and I believe you guys can hear them. You can hear me through the mic. I'm running through OBS, and I'm using Voice Meter as a digital mixer.
Right.
And for some reason, it's just not working no matter what I try, is not working. OBS shows when I play the sound and everything, but for some reason, I believe it's an issue with Windows 11. So I will confirm that once I convert back to Windows 10, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it right now. And I was pissed about it. I did everything I possibly could, and it just will not play the audio. But
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Oh, also, but getting back to El Smeghead says that he likes it already. My problem is until I see a patent, I don't believe shit.
What
When
the?
I hear DJI puts a patent out, then I'll believe it. Until then, they're just pictures and speculation
It
and
doesn't
leaks
mean
to see if the
anything.
people go. There's a new OBS update which enables you to full YouTube features within OBS. Well, see, the problem I'm having, Eddie Nunez, is I'm using a mixer called, hold on, I'm using a mixer
The banana, yeah,
called Voice Meter.
yeah,
And this mixer
the banana
right
or whatever
here,
it is.
as you see, I'm right here in the red on the left side. This is Herman and any other, say something, Herman?
Something.
Yeah, this is Herman and any other inputs coming in through here. And right up here, where you see this meter right there while I'm talking, that means there's output. So now I'm going to be totally quiet and I'm going to mute my mic and I'll show you. Thank you, El Smeghead, for the £5. I appreciate it very much. The image of the Mavic 3 looks crap. I'm only giving my money to those guys, not DJI. El Smeghead, we love you, man.
Well,
We
it
love
has a
you.
nice little GoPro on it. I mean,
It looks like a GoPro. It does, but I don't know. I'm in the air about it. I need to see something other than a sketch. What if you roll back to Sound Driver to Windows 10, not the whole operating system? Unfortunately, that's kind of hard to do because Windows 11 is still so quirky. I'm also, well, they give you the opportunity to do a beta test. Actually, the £5 in I believe it's Australian and New Zealand money comes out to more than £5 in US money. Thank you very much. I just saw the conversion here in YouTube. Thank you. We appreciate you much.
thank
Do
you.
you have Zoom using the voice meter output? Corey Mano says Zoom using the voice meter output. If I go here, Micro Yeti. Hey, okay, we're going to try something here, Herman. Since we dilly-dally at the beginning of the show, good idea, Corey Mano. I'm going to switch to voice meter auxiliary out. And if I go silent, I'll switch it back immediately, but I'm going to try it right now. I have a voice meter out. I have a cable output for cable. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Auxiliary. Okay, you guys couldn't hear me on that.
No, we couldn't.
It's on voice meter input. So let me try one more thing and I'll go back. It's on voice meter auxiliary. Let's try voice meter input. Can you guys hear me now? You can still.
Hear.
What about this? You guys didn't hear anything, so that means you can't hear it. All right. You know what? It might be through Zoom. It definitely might be through Zoom. I'm going to have to look into that, Corey Mano. Maybe it's Zoom that's not letting the sound. Enable your B1 and B2 on your voice meter. You know what? Hold on a
We
second.
didn't change anything in Zoom because you can still be heard in broadcasting through Zoom. So,
okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal right here. I have B1 and B2 on, B1 and B2 here. I can't have it on here. Am I getting an echo or anything? No echo?
I don't know. I ain't hear.
Okay, let's try this now. I'm going to mute the mic. Here comes Tom. Did you guys hear that tone?
No.
I don't know what's going on. All right. See, only B1 and B2 that I've turned on is for here because this is the virtual cable. this Corey Mano is coming from OBS through the virtual cable here. Everything that comes in audio wise, when I press these sounds,
Mm-hmm. Well, you muted yourself again. Doing real good over there, Lawrence. Unless you just muted everybody else.
What did I walk into, Herman?
I don't know. Okay, so it's not us. It's him.
Okay. So
anyhow, we can hide.
did you hear the one about the penguin?
No. What about
no.
Well, the penguin's driving along, okay?
Uh-huh.
And it's really, really hot out. So he's got the AC really cranking up. All of a sudden, the AC kicks out on him. So he pulls into a service station. And the attendant tells him, yeah, no problem. We'll work on your AC. Just go right next door to the ice cream shop if you want to stay cool.
Mm-hmm.
So after a little bit, the car is done. Penguin comes out, and the attendant says to him, it was not really any big deal. You just happened to blow a seal. And the penguin went, no. I'm sorry. That was vanilla ice cream. Sorry.
Tom,
Just
you know you got issues, right?
Dude, what did I just walk into? I just walked into a studio control panel. Okay.
Yeah. Corey Mano and Drone Shots. I'm gonna have to hit you guys up on Zoom.
I did hear that joke before, though. But...
And we can figure it out.
Yeah,
hey, show,
that's
what's
an
up?
oldie.
I have your Facebook, Corey. I just have to confirm it. I'm pretty sure I have you on Facebook, Corey Mano. I'm pretty sure I do. El Smeghead goes, ha, and puts up an emoji of a seal.
There you go.
Well,
Anyway,
I went out.
got his red cup too.
I went out to the Five Borough picnic for Mike Nice today. They had it out at IKEA Park, Erie Basin Park. So it was a very, very nice turnout. So Big Matt. Shout out to Big Matt.
Johnny Drone Flyer.
But Johnny, how you doing, man?
Hey,
Johnny's in the thick of it there.
Look, Bill.
Hey, Mr. Crowley.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So Johnny, our thoughts and prayers are going out to you, the family, and everybody in that region there. They're getting smacked pretty hard.
Yeah, Johnny, I hope everything's okay over there, and you guys get your power back on, and things do get back to normal really fast. This is a big storm, so I worry about you guys now.
Catastrophic.
I worry about
storm,
you guys down there. Hi, little llama Laura. How are you? And welcome to the stream. Oh, Blind Neil says that's an old joke. I've never heard.
Yeah, very old, very old.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, so the turnout was great today. What a spread they put out. You guys
keep talking, Tom. I need to adjust your level. Keep talking.
You're lucky that you didn't show up. You would have you would have feel a little lesser because boy, what a spread of food they put on today.
Oh,
there was shrimp and rice. There was baked ziti, mac and cheese, chicken, burgers. There were a couple steaks dropped on the grill there from time to time. So, corn on the cob.
That's
pretty
not
deep
good,
dessert
Johnny.
bar there. So
Johnny
they did a good job, a really good job.
Johnny says the storm slowed down to 10 miles per hour forward speed. That's not good because that means
not at all. Not at all.
If it were moving, that would be a lot easier.
Yeah, problem is it's stalling.
Once it hits land, they tend to slow down a little.
The bigger problem is it just keeps on dumping. Ida keeps on dumping water on top of them. So
they'll be able to test out that new levee system in New Orleans. So let's hope.
Yeah,
for the best for everyone down in that region of the United States.
Let's just hope they don't have to test it out.
Yeah.
Johnny,
yeah,
where are you exactly in Louisiana, Johnny? That's what I'm wondering.
I thought I won't even say where I thought. I could be wrong.
But
It's starting to turn east. Well,
yeah,
yeah.
that's not good.
Well, they already expect us to get rain here in New York by, excuse
Yeah,
me.
well, all the
Wednesday.
models, I mean, the spaghetti shows everything
Yes.
basically shows it going east. How dramatically
Hammond.
is the
He's in
question?
Hammond.
Hammond.
Okay. Listen, you, your family, friends, and everyone down there. Period, man. Our prayers are with you guys. I hope you have full battery on your phone or some extra chargers so you can keep in touch with us. 155 and I-12. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I see exactly where
Okay.
you are, man. Yeah,
Okay.
he's right in the thick of it.
Wow.
So he's north he's northwest of New Orleans. So
Okay.
Ponchatoula, yeah, I see right where you are, man.
Okay. Well, then, like I said, our prayers are definitely down there. Oh, I-55 and I-12. Okay.
Yeah. Two major highways cutting across there. The I-12 running from Baton Rouge
So
over
you
towards
said it was a
Biloxi.
large turnout, huh, Tom?
Yeah, it was a good turnout, and it kept on going for. I left. They took a group shot. I left shortly after that, but that was like 2:30 in the afternoon. They were still going pretty strong there. It was nice, everybody had parking there right in the IKEA parking lot. In the parking garage. It was over on the side by the grassy area. So it was a really nice setup. They were barbecuing. It got set up pretty early.
I saw a picture. They had two grills going.
Yeah,
At
two
least
grills going. Put out probably a steam table with about 4 or 5 different things on it, then a bunch of salads. Really nice, really
Matt.
nice stuff.
Okay.
But good people, good, it was really good turnout. A lot of nice people. Haven't seen in a long time. Got to see Step. I haven't seen Step in a while. I got to see Big Matt. A lot of people you haven't seen in a year or two,
Hold on
or
a
some a little
second,
bit
Tom.
longer.
Little Llama Laura, go ahead and get some rest. We appreciate you coming in. I had COVID as well. I understand you do need some rest. Drink lots of fluids, clear liquids. Drink lots of fluids. Feel better, little Llama Laura. And we appreciate you coming in. Get better and keep us posted. Definitely keep us posted. We all care about everyone here. And if we didn't care about each other, we wouldn't be here. And it's not just this stream, but it's on other streams as well. So get better with Godspeed. Johnny, drone flyer, you stay safe out there. Seriously, you and your family, and keep us posted. Go online, go live. Let us know what's going on, okay? We would appreciate it ever so much if you did. Well, I would have been able to go, Tom, if it had been tomorrow. But on Sundays, I don't do anything because by the time you eat breakfast and do half of something, later, little Llama Laura, it's already noon and I have to start thinking about the live stream and stuff like that. But they claim by Wednesday, the rain should be reaching us. So I don't know what the deal is. I just hope that everyone stays safe. Select a speaker, same as system. You know what? I'm not going to mess with this now. But that's probably it. Corey Mano, I did everything to change this sound system, Herman and Tom, but I didn't do it in Zoom. And Zoom I'm broadcasting through might be the reason.
What happened?
Remember, I did everything in OBS.
Mm-hmm.
I did everything in Voice Meter, and OBS and Voice Meter are communicating, and it's registering the sounds. But Corey Mano brought up a very strong point. It's Zoom that everything has to go through. Marcel, anyone notice that the building behind Lawrence looks like an oversized crown? Oh, Wait a minute, let me go this way. There we go.
Straight off from the World's Fair.
Yes.
That is
there's
the New
World's
York
Fair.
State Pavilion
Yes.
from the
and
1963-64 World's Fair, also
that-
featured in Men in Black. And
Yep, the
those
two towers.
domes, those things on the spires, they were restaurants.
Yes, at one time, but up until recently,
And there was a
before they
skating rink in the center.
Yes, where the yellow ring is, that was actually a skating ring, an ice skating ring.
No,
And,
actually a roller skating rink, and it had the entire map of New York State. Took up
okay,
the large, that circle. That was where the map of New York State was, in the middle. So you used to skate over that. And there were actually elevators that went up and down. And those actual rings actually moved up and down to some degree as well.
well, up until recently, before they started renovating those towers, you could go up there and there were about 10 to 15 drones of people that tried to fly in there or tried to fly too close and lost signal, and their drone. I've seen video of people St. Lawrence of New York. I wish. That people have lost drones in these two towers up there, in those towers. I know the top one for sure. People have tried to get a little close and then they lose signal and it hits return to home and it hits the roof and drops flat. And I've seen a few people do some drone rescues. The only people that I've seen fly in those towers were 2 FPV pilots.
Okay.
Other than that, DJI drones, I have not. I've seen a couple of Mavic Pros up there, Mavic 2, Zoom. There are a few drones that have been stuck up there. I could imagine a collection up in those towers there. Yes, according to Men in Black, their structure flew away. Yep, it was fake news.
Remember the giant cockroach that climbed up alongside it.
That's true. It was a giant roach, a cockroach.
Now that park is steeped in history there. So we almost wound up getting Disney World, but unfortunately, the mayoral administration back in that day didn't understand the potential. His name was John Lindsay. And Walt Disney, in fact, wanted to, they had the problem was between Robert Moses and Walt Disney. Robert Moses, those of you that don't know,
all wrong for New York City.
Well, Robert Moses was the architect of all the roadways around New York City and Long Island.
Mostly the parkways, and from what I found out,
not mostly. He was also the parks commissioner. He was the commissioner for DOT, but all the roadways, Sheridan Expressway, the Deegan, all that. But what he did was he also limited access to a lot of places.
Well, see, this
by
is
his roadway design.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, he turned around and he made sure that the overpasses on the Southern State Parkway were so low that buses from the inner city bringing out residents from the inner city couldn't get out to the Long Island beaches. You could only get out there by individual car. And of course, those that were living in the inner city didn't have cars. So he kind of limited access to various places. But Robert Moses also got into a pissing match with Walt Disney and
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Well, yes, but the thing is that Walt Disney wanted to improve the roadways in and around that area: Grand Central Parkway, Van Wyck, the Long Island Expressway, the at the time Interborough. He wanted to improve all those roads and bring them up to a more modern standard, which Robert Moses thought was a direct hit at him. So it never took place, and then it fell into disuse for many years.
Robert Moses wanted to build roadways that took you around New York City to nothing because he didn't care about keeping anything in the city or any of the buildings that had to be anywhere of any of the areas in New York City. cared nothing about that. He
He
allowed two of
he
our sports franchises to leave, and eventually the Giants and the Jets had to go to.
well also, you know, I
Unfortunately,
mean,
yeah.
he you know, that many will say he improved the infrastructure in the city, and we'll have to give him some of that credit. But the problem is that he looked at this as his right. He got named in a position where the state or the city couldn't tell him what to do.
And that was the problem.
And as a result of that, you know, he inflicted eminent domain on a lot of neighborhoods where complete swaths of neighborhoods were gone.
Just eliminated.
Because you had to build a road there. So, you know, very mixed history there.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, Flushing Meadows Corona Park, as it is known now,
could have been Disney World.
Check that out.
It could have been Disney World, and I wish they would have kept some of the structures. You know, I was a kid back then, but you know, we went to my dad had an inn where he used to get those discount tickets. I think it was $5 or something a piece at that time, and I think we got tickets where they were $1 a piece for the kids. And of course, if you lied and you were under the age of 6, you know, us kids, we always wanted to be older than we were. Our parents were like, shut up, you're only 5. Okay. And, you know, we used to go to, I remember they made us these dinosaurs out of wax. They poured wax into a mold, and it was at the Uniroyal, for Uniroyal tires. They had a Ferris wheel made out of a giant tire. And then you went through Dinosaur Park, which was showing that's where we got all this fossil fuel, is from these fossils, right? And at the end, you could buy yourself a little, I think it was 75 cents. They poured it into this mold, and you got like a hot dinosaur. So you had to like hot potato it for a little bit.
A 6-year-old with a mustache. These guys are.
And then if I only, please, took me years to grow this mustache, bro. I couldn't even. I asked my chief petty officer in the Navy, hey, can I have one of those no shave chits so I can grow a beard? Back then in the Navy, you could grow a beard, and he told me, kid, don't embarrass yourself.
No, they don't, Welsh Rob, anymore. Unfortunately, he was asking, do they still hold the World's Fair? I wish they did.
No, they were exposed. I remember the last one was in. If I'm not mistaken, the last one I remember was like in the late 80s in Montreal or something, the Montreal Expo.
Yeah, that was the last one I remember.
Right, and they named the team after it. Major League Baseball named the team after it. The Montreal Expos, remember?
Yeah, they ain't never been good.
Show says now I got a picture. Show says now I got a picture in my mind of a 6-year-old was Tom's voice.
Oh boy.
Look, the Brooklyn took years to develop in this voice, okay?
You know, I just found out, Tom, that even though I'm not from Brooklyn, I say garlic like I'm from Brooklyn. It's garlic, but I say garlic.
Dude, I don't even try to hide it.
If someone pointed it out to me, and I was like, I say garlic. He says, no, you say garlic. I was like, I say garlic. He says, no, you don't say garlic. You say garlic.
Well, you know, here's the confusing part, and you guys from New York will get this.
In 88, Marcel says it was in Vancouver in 1988.
In 88,
the World's Fair, the last one.
So it's in Canada.
So the thing that's pretty funny is no matter where I've gone in the world, people will say, hey, Brooklyn, right?
Oh.
You don't want to explain to them, no, I'm from Queens. They don't get that.
Yeah, they're like, where the hell is Queens?
So you go, yeah, Brooklyn.
86.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, he said, sorry, 1986. Okay.
1986. Yeah. The World's Fair was really cool. I mean, the stuff, I remember going through a ride that Disney put on called It's a Small World.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I remember the fireworks the planet fountain from the hemisphere down and then down to the pond. and they used to light fireworks all throughout that in the evenings. It was a blast. It was a blast. Okay. Look, I had lots of hair, Welsh Rob.
Tom came into the
Unfortunately,
world with no hair and will be leaving with no hair.
yeah,
They
yeah.
got
There's no
jokes
doubt.
now.
Look, there's no doubt about that, man. Okay. I goof. I spend a lot of money on Drano, and it's not because my hair. It's because my wife has more hair she loses every
Oh,
day than I've
yes,
had in
yes,
my
yes,
entire life.
yes.
Okay.
When
Oh my God.
women
I really
drains.
thought I was going to really, for a matter of convenience, I was going to put a 55-gallon drum of shampoo downstairs and then just plumb it up. Okay,
Just
to
pump
her
it up
shower.
through in with a hose, right? Just
She got a delivery the other day, okay, from Amazon. And the guy handed me the box, and I thought I left the family jewels on the floor. That's how heavy the damn box was. And it was a small box, the density of her shampoo alone. Okay.
wow. I believe it. Having a daughter and a wife, I'm constantly finding strands of hair in my t-shirts. I go look in the mirror. I wash my face or something, and there's a hair on my wash rag. I'm like, are
Look,
they using my
I made a deal with the bride because we're going to ship her car out to Vegas. So we've been having this discussion about how many pairs of shoes are allowed to go to Vegas. Okay.
So
So
you say she's got a limit. She's got a limit.
well, we agreed as many as she can fit in a car on a trailer transport. That's how many can go.
As many can fit in her car.
Yeah. So she asked if she could trade in her current car, her lease, for a new
Wow.
Escalade. But unfortunately, she's only in the first year on her lease. I had to
Big Matt
remind
says
her.
he went home with 3 plates from the barbecue.
Oh, good for you, bro. They had some nice salad there. They had like a spicy cucumber salad and a very spicy apple like salad, which was off the
Okay,
hook.
you had me with the cucumber, but when you said apple,
It was spicy apple. It was really
that's
yeah,
like
it's pretty cool.
the women on the roads that they forced to sell the mango with hot sauce on the sides of the road. I'm like, that's a South American thing. I like mangoes and I love hot sauce, but the combination I just can't picture together.
Yeah.
It,
Hey
it just
Johnny, I know exactly what you're talking about. Johnny
it
says
screws with my senses.
the straps from the breathing apparatus used to pull Chuck's of his hair out when he was taking it off. Well, you know, if you're on active, you can't have a beard. You can't have any facial hair below the lip line. Okay. And they test on a regular basis. What they do is they test with this banana oil. So they put a mask on you, and then they put this Tyvek hood over your head, and they break this ampule. And if there's any leaks in your mask, you're gonna get choked up. Okay, you'll cough. It's not harmful or anything, but it's an irritant. You'll cough. So that's if anything slips in. So if you have any facial hair here, you won't get a seal on a mask, and it'll slip in. And no matter how many ways guys want to trick it, you can't trick the test.
You want to
So,
know
yeah.
what? You're 100% right about that, because I realized when I had my beard growing, the little paper mask just fit flush against the hair.
Yeah, you don't
And
get a seal.
I was
Right.
wondering if this hair is filtering
Mass
any.
fit test. Right, Rob?
Aviano, yes, you're 100% right. Have a
Yep.
mask fitted.
Lawrence, all I do
Yeah.
is wet that paper mask and choke you to death.
You're right about that. But listen, let's get to the first story and get on a little bit. There's 1, 2, 3. I have 3 stories, possibly a fourth one. We did the drone DJ. In fact, Tom, you saw the picture, right?
So
What do
you
you-
know
what
right
do you
away.
think?
Okay, so
I'm
you're
gonna
talking
put it
about the
back up
Maverick
again
3. Yeah, it's
so
on
people
a
can see it.
bunch of sites. So yeah, if you throw up the
There you
picture,
go.
let me point something out. This isn't
SPV camera,
something new, by the
regular
way.
camera.
If you guys go up to DJI's website and take a look, how about you take a look at the Enterprise Advanced? you'll see a somewhat similar design. Now, what I
With the
find
dual-
striking is,
With the dual camera?
yeah.
Okay.
So through the grapevine, what I'm hearing is the dual camera will provide you both zoom and high resolution
Yes.
filming in one product, right? So the what I found significant was the no side senses and the reliance on wide angle corner senses
Mm-hmm.
to handle
Hey, Ray Kelly.
obstacle avoidance.
Okay.
The camera design, again, it's while the functionality is there, I can see how it can be used, all of that. I would like to see the performance testing on it. I believe the zoom lens will be a fixed aperture 2.8. Okay. And the other camera will be a 5.6K resolution camera.
Right.
And again, I haven't heard if it's capable of 4K 60. Come on, at this point in time, where's my 4K 120?
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's
I know.
gonna
You know,
have to be.
Look,
It would be
it's
nice.
still lacking. Here's my issue with it. I want a gimbal, okay, that can articulate down and provide me a wider range than this. Okay. I want a gimbal on the front of that Mavic body that
Right.
articulates down and then can sweep, at least give me like 180 without landing gear in my shot. Okay. Because I think that brings a lot of function to the table. Look, I'd love a 560-degree gimbal if they'd give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be able to pan that camera a lot more efficiently.
Right.
Yeah, but I think it's almost
As a
a
single-
little limited because of where it's positioned.
Right. But why can't you come down and out slightly and allow for a greater degree of
Because
rotation?
now
Yeah,
we're
I know. I'm
talking
asking for a
about
lot.
now we're talking about a
Dude,
taller landing
you're
gear
using a Ronin.
to keep that. No, but listen, I'm saying you're talking about now having a taller landing gear to keep that camera off the ground.
No, I say the camera is what comes up and nestles. The camera and gimbal come up and nestle into the body upon landing.
Right.
Sling that camera a hell of a lot lower than you are right now and figure out how to do it. Either with articulating landing gear, either with retractable landing gear, or I think the better solution is that a lowering and articulating gimbal. So that's me. That's what I would want to see. Because look, as a single operator,
No, I understand what you're saying.
if you're running a drone with a cameraman and a pilot, man, you can do a whole load of stuff. When you're operating it with pinching two sticks, then I want to be able to rotate that camera, keep that camera fixed on whatever I'm shooting. Yeah, I can do it with smart modes and stuff like that, but honestly, I'd rather fly manually with my own control over the creatives I'm producing. So I want more camera capability than they're showing me right now. Now, a 40-minute flight time.
Right.
Yeah, not bad. OcuSync, what is this going to be? OcuSync 15?
No, it's probably going to be the same 3. But what I will say is this: as far as these level of drones that DJI has been putting out, DJI has not made a drastic design change that way ever. I mean, camera-wise, the biggest jump that they ever made was from the Phantom 4 to the Phantom 4 Pro.
But okay, I won't speculate. I'll tell you exactly why. Because there's no goddamn competition in the marketplace. That's why. But you know what? Recovery drones, you hit it right on the head. Sticker shock, baby. He said with the specs stated, he projects the cost around 3 to 5K. I say it's going to be up around the 3K mark. Everybody's going to have sticker shock, but watch. They'll still buy it.
He's
You
stupid.
got all these people who've been
Bring it on.
pining. They've been pining for a Mavic 3. I don't care what you put. You put spit on a sheet of paper, they'll buy it because they just want it. They want it.
Bring it
Okay.
on. All I
And
know
that's
is
why
that
they got you guys. They got you by the short hairs.
they took
Alright,
the
let
Now,
me get
here's
back
what's
to
going to
this.
piss Mr. Herman off. You guys ready? I'm going to say something that's going to piss Herman off. Okay. Because Herman, it pisses me off. You know what's going to come out with the Mavic 3, right? You know it.
Nice,
A new
Ray.
smart controller.
Yeah, I know.
Short-lived, Herman. Short-lived.
I know. It's all
Okay.
right.
And
It's all right.
meanwhile, back at the
No,
farm,
because
when was the last time I had an update for a Crystal Sky? Sorry,
well,
sorry.
no
Uh,
election.
deja vu.
Was it no
I'm
election?
reminiscing.
if you got two Crystal Skies, you can hold the books together. Oh, wait a minute. We still have
Thank
books?
you, bro.
Oh.
I'll use the box for that, okay? Just like you, I don't throw mine away.
I still got the Phantom 3 standard box over there.
Well, I'm just interested to see a patent. When I see a patent, I'll believe it. I'm just coming to
What you
learn.
missed is a series of patent releases for their various subsystems. And when you put all those suckers together,
Right,
You got
right.
one big
But,
drop.
hey,
What you want to
feet
see
on the
is-
ground. What's up? Good morning, Rob from
so
Australia.
What you want to
what's,
see is an FCC filing. Is what you're saying? That's what you
Yeah.
want to see?
Yeah,
what-
yeah,
well,
yes,
what's
that's what I mean.
your-
I'm sorry. Yes.
what's your prediction? And I'll start with you, Lawrence. What's your prediction on release date?
On what?
On a release
Without
date?
knowing anything else, what's your prediction on
My
release
prediction
date?
on a release date, next spring. I say
Specific,
spring.
give me a
April,
month.
around
April.
around
Okay.
April, around
So you're
Easter,
April 22.
around Easter. Yes.
You're April 2022.
Yeah.
Herman?
Oh, I hate doing this. Oh, shit.
The Trip Tech tablet is better than the CS anyway.
Yeah, no shit else, Meghead. My issue is after you spent the money on the Crystal Sky, it's painful, right?
Good tonight.
Okay.
Do I have one of those?
And my
Yeah,
Crystal
it's
Sky
good
staring at
until-
What's your
at a
prediction?
Mini 4.
What's your prediction, Tom?
I don't know.
Well, I'm still waiting for Herman.
Herman.
Herman's
I'm-
hedging his
I'm
bets here.
I'm still riding on this thing coming out before the year ends.
So my prediction is they would want to get it out before year's end, but for some reason it won't get out before year's end, and it'll be a February release.
Okay.
Well, why
And he
not
separated
October,
many neighborhoods
November?
even.
Well,
miles
I'm thinking,
across.
look, just like anything else, it depends on how they're positioned, okay, with chips and everything else, okay? There's still issues out there.
Mhm.
So I think they might opt for taking a little more
No.
time,
It's on
uh,
ice.
but you know,
There's burgers on ice. in
the
it.
camera.
Oh, no, I
Okay,
didn't.
so Recovery Jones says camera will be less than tech than the camera on the M2EA. Well, it definitely won't be thermal imaging for the recreational community. So that's why
Ray Kelly
you know,
says Christmas.
that's why. Yeah. You know what? It's the logical choice, but I'm saying there's going to be a delay, and that's why I'm
Hold on.
predicting February.
Yeah.
So Ray Kelly's down for December, for Christmas.
Just
Okay.
ice.
Okay.
Oh, ice.
So
Oh, yeah.
those of
Oh.
you that are saving
Wait,
for,
shit.
to put
So-
toys under your,
So you're saying October is out of the question?
I don't see it. I don't know.
Thank you.
I
Going
think
in.
there would be more chatter
And
out
like
there,
November, the end of October,
and I just
November?
tend to think I might have a better idea of somebody having one in their hands by. I would imagine that if it were going to be an October release,
Uh-huh.
there's already product out there, and I don't think that's the case yet.
No, it isn't. But
Unfortunately, I would have to agree with that, Tom.
November.
I would definitely have to agree with that. October is too short-lived. Thank you. And
I think on a beta release of hardware,
thank you, Scott.
it's got to be out there at least 2 months solid.
Now, my question is, I did see two cameras. I'm 9 times out of 10 sure one camera's for FPV and one will be your actual
No,
camera?
I don't think, I don't see
No.
that. Well,
No?
no, I see.
No.
It's not, it's still not built for a two operator system. Now, if it were a two operator, I would agree with you. Okay, but unfortunately, both cameras are on the same gimbal mount. So that makes no sense, right? If it were a separate just pilot's view and then a camera view. So we know it's not that. Now you're thinking, well, it's an FPV view where you don't have to switch. And
No.
why wouldn't you
Same
use
view.
the 5.7K camera for that also? So I don't think it's that. I think what you have here is you have a zoom, a powerful zoom
Okay,
that goes beyond what the Mavic 2 zoom was, okay,
Right.
and a high resolution imaging camera as well in the same body. That's what I think you have here, okay. And again, I think it's got to be in the influencer's hands a good 60 days prior to a release. And I don't think that's the case at this point. So to me, that would mean for November release, September's a do or die. And you know what, Herman?
Yeah.
As we continue to see more and more leaks,
Mm-hmm.
we know it's gotten a little more traction out there in the real world.
true,
So
true, but you
I
know,
think that'll
also
be our tell.
DJI, but Tom, if you remember, when they introduced the Mavic 2 Pro, everyone was going ooh and ah over the Mavic 2 Pro, and no one recognized the Osmo Pocket in the background. They have a way of leaking stuff without leaking stuff, if that makes any sense. You see what Recovery One drone put? 5.2K video is just a firmware upgrade. It may also be available in the M2EA to get more buyers with the higher
Yeah,
res than
right,
1080.
than the 1080 they currently have on it. Yeah, I agree with you. And yeah, because look, why you're manufacturing these things, you know, the manufacturing, okay, the assembly line can be a multi-purpose assembly line. They're shared components among these various chassis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We've kind of stuck with a form factor we're all used to. They have us used to it, and we're accepting of it. As long as it folds, we're happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a Mavic. It looks like a Mavic, smells like a Mavic. It's still got the shape of a Mavic.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of shared componentry that's going to happen here. I mean, come on. Mini 2 SE, come on, guys. They just had shit left over.
Come on.
Okay?
Same stuff.
That's all that was. The Mini SE, they just had shit left over. Okay? That's all that was. And
You know
we
what?
buy it up. Although, look,
But this is supposed
At
to
that
also have
price,
the same
yeah.
controller that they've been rocking with.
no, this,
And-
I don't believe it will. I believe that's,
and the ability of a smart controller.
It'll
There'll
be
be-
that
So you
ergonomic
say-
DJI Air 2 type-ish of controller with a few extra buttons.
I think it comes out. I'm thinking that it is platformed with
Ray Kelly's inviting us somewhere, Tom, me, you, and
smart
Herman.
controller too. Okay.
He's inviting us to,
You gotta read back.
hold on. Oh, Montreal's World Fair was in 1967. He's inviting us to
Huntington.
where?
Huntington.
Huntington. Oh, yeah. He's flying Huntington this week, and there's a lighthouse there. You know, I've always wanted to fly a lighthouse. And I have one close to me out
What?
here.
Wait,
Um,
you were in Rhode Island, dude. We crashed into lighthouses everywhere we went.
There
You didn't get
wasn't
any
enough-
lighthouse
There
shots?
wasn't enough time in the day.
I know, right? I know.
Tom, there really wasn't enough time in the day because on our way to the Jamestown Cliffs over by Weather Fort, I wanted to stop and catch all of those yachts and sailboats that were in the waterway there. There were like hundreds of sailboats and yachts in this waterway there. I mean, it would take you a half hour in a boat just to get to your boat. That's how many they had parked there, you know? But I've always wanted to fly a lighthouse. Ray Kelly, depending on what day that is, if it's not a Wednesday or a Sunday, we might be able to make that happen. But Recovery One Drone says, I think it'll be the SC on the pilot app, like the M2EA, that will make it a solid enterprise level drone. I think I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and that's
Recovery
why
One.
I think it's going to be up at the
I think
$3,000
the
mark.
M3 is going to be on that level of an enterprise, that enterprise level. I can agree with you on that, Draymond. Definitely.
They better come out with a new app or something.
No, 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 no.
Every back show.
Herman.
Does this fly?
It'll be
fly app
on,
sucks.
it'll probably be on the pilot app. I don't think you'll be flying this with the Fly app. I honestly don't.
Well, I've heard things about ProRes or whatever supposedly they talked about in this. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just, you know,
Yeah.
with the imaging capability and all of
We'll
this, it's I like that it looks a little more elegant than, as far as the camera design, than the camera design on the EA. Okay. The EA has a real funky look.
Are you gonna get one?
Huh?
Are you gonna get one?
The 3? Yeah, probably. I've rocked the 2 Pro for many years.
You see what Big Matt put? DJI will release another Go app. I think the Go 4 will be discontinued. DJI Go 5 will be introduced. And Big Matt, I agree and I disagree. Meaning, I think until they come up
with
with
all the drones on it.
until they come up with something. Well, the Phantom right now is going on the Go 4 app. Okay.
It's still on the
right
Go
now,
4 app. They haven't
there's
put any
nothing
juice
else
into Go 4.
that's come up that can replace it. So I agree with you that they will release another app. But as far as
there's 3 apps. There's 3 apps out there right now. There's 3 apps out there.
Enterprise,
The Fly app,
yeah,
Go 4, and DJI Pilot. Okay. So what I would like to see is, I'd like to see, I agree with you, Matt. I would love to see a Go 5 app with a lot of the capabilities of the Pilot app.
Yeah, because that Fly, that
Fly
app is killing me.
But a more HUD, okay, environment, a more heads-up display environment.
Yes.
Give me stuff around my periphery. Okay? Give it to me stacked around my periphery. So
will be for consumer drones. They're separating drones between classes. This is also true, Big Matt.
So that's why, yeah, Matt, I agree. And this is a class drone. So now the question, you have minis, right? So we know those are the entry levels. Okay. You have Air 2, which you don't consider that entry level, the Air 2S. I mean, a 1-inch camera, so that's your mid-level. So now if you come out with a 3, I think it's more of a prosumer / enterprise type drone where it can be used. It can have a foot on either side. Okay.
Right, Elschmeger.
So that's what I think is up here now.
Okay, you see what Matt
there's too many drones on the Go 4 app to abandon it. Right. Okay.
But they did the same on the DJI Go 3 app. They did.
They'll either.
You're right.
See, I don't see them segmenting the Pilot app to a lower class, but I do see them going with the Go app to a higher class. Okay. And I think what you'll have here is you'll be able to put your foot on either side, depending on what you're using the drone for. If you're using the drone for high level mapping and stuff like that, you'll probably be able to leverage the Pilot app. If you're flying, just commercially for imagery and stuff like that, then I think it would be a Go 5 type class app. But I don't see you flying this.
He says
definitely
many classes
with a Fly
and
app.
many classes and air classes on the Fly app and pro class drones on a new app.
Yeah, that's what I think. Except the pro class, remember, so we'll make the distinction, and it's a good distinction, Matt.
We'll see.
Your consumer, your pro, your enterprise. Those are the 3 classes you're in.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, well, that's what we've been talking for the longest,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I want to see what they do, because you still have on the Go 4 app, you still have drones that are in use. And even if you have old Phantom 4 or the what is it, the 3 the Pro or the standard,
Advanced,
those are on
yeah.
the Go app.
Right.
So all of those apps are still in use.
Yes, they
But
are.
when was the last time they were updated, Herman?
Well,
They don't
the
have to be
Go 4
updated,
app
but
is
they're
not.
still in
No,
use.
no. Available and supported are 2 different things. Okay. So yeah, will they be available? Sure. Will they be supported? No. When was the last time they updated My Crystal Sky, bro? It's available, but it's not supported.
Just check out what Recovery One put. Pilot app is the enterprise level
Enterprise
app
level
that is
app, right.
used with the matrice line and the M2EA.
And the 2
And it may
the
be able to
2E.
fly both. It may be able to have both fly app, Go 4/5 and pilot.
Yeah, I agree. I believe, like Matt does, that there'll be 3 different classes of application depending on what's in your Air Force, right?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
the Air 2 class, okay, the mini class or consumer. That's going to be in the Fly app. Okay. Everything else other than M2E, which could be the Enterprise Dual, Enterprise Advanced, Matrice series, M600 series, all those
Hey,
are
Above
going to
and
be
Beyond,
and
how are
remain
you?
in the Pilot app.
Hold
Okay.
on. Hold on. Elsmeghead and Above and Beyond makes valid points.
The
Most users of
M600
the Mini 2 are using it for vlogging on YouTube, but the specs are that of the P4. So why not make the Go 4 app
Not going to
available
happen,
to it?
man.
But it's not going to happen. And
They've
Above and
segregated
Beyond
you to
puts
classes.
still using the Osmo Pro, the Phantom 4 Pro, and the Inspire Pro. And therein lies the problem. There's still a lot of people that's still using. We know someone, Herman, who just brought a Phantom 4 Pro recently, right? So the market is there. The Go 4 app is still working. They have not updated it as of lately, but it is still there and working at its best. And I still think it was one of the best apps out there, considering I'm new to the Fly app. My problem, honestly, with the Fly app is I'm a telemetry man. I'm a data man. I need to know certain things that the Go 4 app offers you that the Fly app just doesn't. Call me bougie or whatever you want, but
Okay.
I would like my Air 2S to have the same, if not close, telemetry as my Phantom 4 Pro did.
Okay.
My Phantom 4 Standard on the Go 4 app still has more telemetry than anything on the Fly app. When I had my Phantom 4 Standard before I went to the Pro. So even a standard camera running on the Go 4 app was very, very useful. And to be honest, maybe they will come out with a 4.5 or a 5.0 Go app. They need to for the professional class drones like the Inspire, the Phantom 4 Pro. People are still using those birds for mapping. They're the best ones.
The Matrice, what is it? 210, 200, all of those are on that.
The Matrice
They're on
series.
the Pilot app. They're on the Pilot app.
Oh, they're on the
also
Pilot
on
app.
the Go 4 app.
I would never fly those with the Go 4 app. You got to be insane.
You would not, but they're on this app.
Yeah. Yes, they
Never
are.
fly
Yes.
them with that.
In fact, they started on that app. So for them to make a Pro 5 app, let's say, that might be right. I agree with you, Smega.
It's just like before that app existed. It's just like before that app existed, there was a Matrice 600.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was a Matrice 600.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. There was only one app available at that time. But I'm telling you, they're segregating you into various classes here. It makes nothing but sense to them.
What we're going to do with all those other
You'll fly it on the app they decide you fly it on. Like, you really think you got choices here? They're going to segregate you to a class of application because
Well,
it helps them build out capabilities. They don't
I
have to
understand.
build out restricted
I
capabilities
totally
for this app,
understand
but you
that.
can
That's
do,
why I said
you know.
I will wait and see what happens when it comes out and not speculate on something that doesn't even exist yet, or may not even exist.
So,
Okay,
so I
there's
got to
this.
stand corrected. It's saying here that the DJI Go 4 Plus app was recently updated, okay, in February of 2021. Yeah, February
Wow.
7th of 2021.
But you
They brought the app
Elsmeg-
up to 4.3.42.
Okay. El Smeghead says you can't forget pro users are also using the Mini too, not just noobs who upgraded from the Hudson.
No. Yeah, I'm not disputing that. So you got to have to have a device.
But
you can make sure
Drayman
you can
Recovery
load
One
all of
They
these
also
apps
classify
on.
the drone as.
Drayman Recovery
Yeah.
One also says the
Absolutely.
Inspire One is on the Go 4 because of the light bridge. That's what was running on the Go 4 mainly back then, not the Inspire 2. The Go 4 Pilot runs
That
the
might be
Matrice
on the Go
210
on the Go app.
RTK. Jim says, yeah, I didn't know the Go 4/Pilot app runs the Matrice. I don't know anything about the Matrice
Told
series.
you that.
Okay. So the app got a couple of recent updates in
I
December.
just told you that.
In December, it was updated
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, you
4.3.4.0. Okay. Nothing new added. 4.3.4.1 in January 3rd. Nothing new added. And then
I
again,
apologize for the
4.3.42.
commercial I had to insert, guys.
Nothing new added, which some people and throughout the community, I'm not going to reference who, but I got 3 different quotes here, but they all say the same thing. The lack of new features for the DJI Go 4 app is a clear indication that the app is on its way out. Now you say, oh, are they going to abandon people? Why? They've abandoned product before. People don't count. I'm saying
True.
they could come
Yeah,
out
yeah.
with a new app.
Yeah, you're right
But
about
look,
that.
Look, a Go 4 could be a Go 5 app. It could be, like you said, a Go 4.5 app. Who knows?
Right,
I just
exactly.
don't think you're going to be flying a Mavic 3 that you paid $3,000 for in a goddamn fly app. Okay. If that could be a deal breaker for me. And I agree with you, Lawrence.
I almost choked
I want a
on my drink
lot
when
more
you-
capability.
And that's what I said from
Tom,
Jump
I almost
Street.
choked on my drink when you
That
said
the
that,
app
Tom.
We're
is
all
part of
saying
the
the same
flying
thing, guys. I'm not
experience.
arguing with you. I'm agreeing with you. We're all
No, I'm
saying
not
the
saying
same
that you
thing.
are. I'm just saying that we all can agree that if that drone was on that Go 4 app, we would have no problem with it.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, you're right. Ray Kelly says,
I'd like to
I'm
see-
getting my P4 out and I will go fly it. Ray Kelly, do the update, go fly it, and let us know what's, you know what? I can do the same
All they
thing.
did in the last 3 updates for Go 4 was to fix bugs, to fix stability issues. Okay. And now that is the only thing that has me leery of a Mavic 3 on a Go 4 is I've experienced some issues with the app. Of course, I find the app to be a lot more flexible and a lot more conducive to my style than the Fly app. I agree with you. Okay. I would love to use a Mavic Air 2 and Air 2S on the Go 4 app over the Fly app any day of the week. Now, Mini, I don't think you need to.
But this
Okay.
is what I'm
Fly app
saying.
is
I believe
fine
the
for a
Air
Right,
2S
what I think
should have
guys
been
are getting-
on the Go 4 app.
What I think guys are confusing is this. What I'm saying is that the features found on the Go 4 app. Now, if you wanted to come out with a better app, I can transfer all of the features that are on that Go 4 app to something that's processing a little faster
Yeah.
and working a little smoother. Yes, I
So,
agree with you on that.
Above and Beyond says
But other than,
he runs
other than that,
dual
the Fly
cameras.
app is trash.
He runs dual cameras, the X5S and the Z30 on the Go 4 app with the Matrice 210 RTK.
Okay.
Do you really? I mean, so I'm not. I just want to know: have you also run it on the pilot app, and can you give me your side by side on that as far as have you attempted to run it in pilot? I just think that's a lot of payload to handle within the Go 4 app.
Mhm.
Well, to
So
be honest, the
I'm
Go 4
curious.
app was not designed to do that in the beginning.
No, but I'm curious. Above and Beyond says he's running that.
Yeah,
He runs
yeah.
dual cameras, the X5 and the Z30 on the Go 4
Right.
with the Matrice. You know what?
AJSK.
I never tried it. Okay. So I don't know. That's why I'm curious as to how you find it functions on the Go 4 app. I just think the Go 4 app is a bit limited in that regard, for the multiple payload scenario.
All I'm gonna say is that that's where that thing came out first to be used on.
No, I'm not disputing that. I said immediately, though, once they started adding enterprise feature sets,
Mhm.
okay, to these platforms, and they classified them as such, then they came out with an app to support those enterprise feature sets.
Mhm.
Okay. Like the thermal imaging, I couldn't pull out on anything but the pilot app.
Okay.
At least not have the flexibility I would need to manipulate the cameras.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. I see what you're
Well,
doing. Yeah.
Pilot is for planned missions. I used to Go 4 for my own point of interest, etc. Now, see, that makes a lot of sense, Jim, because I know a lot of people that use the Go 4 app for leisure. I don't know a lot of people that use the Go 4 app to do work, as in, mapping, stuff like that. Okay, so that I could see the point now, and some guys using the Go 4 and some guys
Well,
using the Pilot app.
so-
I'm not
so
familiar
just-
with the Pilot app, so I can't really speak on it.
Yeah, but let me explain something. And to Herman's point, they flew these drones on the Go 4 app. When you really come to think about it, right? The pilot app is, for lack of better terms, it's a build on top of the Go 4 app, Herman. Okay. So it's putting it builds on top with controls into DJI Go 4 that DJI Go 4 didn't have before, like the ability to swap between the feeds on 3 different payloads. Okay, like 2 from the dual cameras, and then you have the FPV camera or the pilot camera, Lawrence. Right.
Mhm.
So that's and then yeah, you're right. The ability to plan more automated complex flights, okay,
Right.
that you don't have in the Go app, okay, but think of the pilot app as a build on top of the features, okay, and that's why I think there's going to be a pilot app, and that's why I think they're going to be pushing those higher range drones over there. But what I'd like to see, and this goes back to my earlier point, Herman, was what I want to see is if the Mavic 3 comes out, that you have the ability to use a Go 4 type application.
Pro 3.
But also, I'm sorry, DJI Pro 3, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Or unless they throw us for a curve on that one, who knows, right? Okay. But the DJI Pro 3 is the ability, with 3 Pro, is the ability to use both a Go 4 kind of app and also be able to use a pilot type of app. Okay. Just because the ability to maybe use a higher level of feature sets that probably the majority of users won't need.
Right, but see that brings me to the point of what I was going to say before. We were all talking about this thing being an enterprise level drone. The majority of the people crying for this drone are the same people who have Air and Air 2s. They're the same people that want this drone. So to take that away from some people, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'd like to see a new app, and let's see transfer some of those existing drones.
Or I'd like to see you do more than just bug fix the current app and actually give me more
That's
features.
true,
Keep
Tom.
rolling out
That
more
is true.
features.
Tom, I agree with you. They've had more than enough time to fix those bugs in one simple firmware instead of one bug at a time, like they're doing. Now, and I'm only saying this because I'm not a computer expert, but I happen to know whenever I needed to do an update on my computer, they did, or software update, they usually do 5 or 6 updates in one update. They don't do an update to fix a screw that loosens, or you understand what I'm saying? They don't just do it one at a time like DJI. And I think DJI is hanging us by the balls every time they do that. And I'm being honest. They are, and they can put Tom, they can put 5 or 6 updates in everything out here, from my Xbox that I own to everything else. And DJI says, okay, we fixed your camera shutter when you turn left. The camera won't shutter no more when you turn left. And then they come back and say, okay, we fixed the zoom that goes out of focus when you try to focus on something past 200 feet.
See, here's the problem. When you hold that much of the market share,
you can do what the fuck you want.
Dictate what you want to do when you want to do it. Okay? And what do? We just keep reaching into our pockets.
Okay? Well, if
look, we're not going to change who we are. Okay? Look at this. The three squatters sitting here. We're early adopters. Shit comes out, we buy it. Okay? That's what we're here for anyway, right?
When is it coming out? When is it coming out?
Well, you know how DJI does. They dangle a little. You know how DJI does. They dangle a drawing in front of us, and everyone goes ooh and ah, and they wait to see what else they're going to dangle in front of us.
But when is it coming out?
You know, the DJI is famous for that. They've been doing it for years, doing update to version 1.01.01.0064. He's doing an update now. Okay. And Recovery One, we had him on our live stream. He flies his Phantoms the way most people fly their Mavics, and he does it for business. So I just booted up my SC. The Pilot app gives you an option of flying manual or planned missions.
Yes, above and beyond drones, you hit it right on the mark. That was the reason why they came out with the Pilot app. Okay. As he just raised, GS Pro was an app that was being used, and of course it wasn't under DJI's control. So DJI did not like that at all, and their response was to come out with the Pilot app. So,
well,
good piece of history there, above and beyond. Nice one.
Okay, well, just to what, Herman?
Diverge off the.
Go ask this dude, Drone Modelismo here, what day is it coming out, and stop speculating since he put all of this out.
Yeah, so guys, everybody in the chat, guys and girls in the chat, put your month and year in which you think the Mavic or the 3 Pro or the DJI Pro 3 or whatever the hell you want to call it. I know Matt's going to put something like 2089, May of 2089 down there, but put your best guess, okay?
Yeah, you guys.
And we'll look back on this and laugh.
When do you think they're going to come out with this M3? We would like to know.
January.
I'm going.
22 is what they say.
2022 is mine. I just added mine in there. So Feb 2022.
Well, Tom, I have
and
something
here's
to
what
put
you do.
In the chat. I have something to put. Okay, Lens Capture says February 2022. Recovery One says February 2022. I said April. I say April.
Yeah, but put it down in the chat, and right after you put it down, then to make it stick, you got to hit the thumbs up button. Okay, so go ahead, put your date down, then hit the thumbs up.
El Smeghead says April, like me, 2022. Ray Kelly says May 2022. Big Matt says January 2022.
Look, Matt puts out a date. Look at this.
Oh, another one, January.
Matt puts out a specific day of the week it's coming out. It's January 24th. Mark your calendar, man.
Johnny Max says March 2022, gotta be second quarter. El Smeghead, I'm thinking the same way because I've never known DJI to come out with something in the first quarter.
Lenny's saying 2023 because Lenny's saving his money up to buy a Mavic 3.
Corey Mano says November 2022 before Christmas. He's joking. I know. The
Yeah,
early
next
tax
Christmas.
season
Yeah.
recovery one.
Well, they're saying here.
Well, listen,
Your
now I
man
know
said
that.
to put this out is talking anywhere between
Hold on a second, guys.
October
I know
and
for a fact.
January.
What's that, Herman?
He's saying anywhere between October and January.
Well, I happen to know for a fact that we have lurkers that check out the live stream that do not like DJI or are anti-DJI. I have a link right here. In fact, I'm going to share the screen. We're just diversing a little bit. So for those of you who are anti-DJI, well, guess what? DJI, there are drones you can buy. Non-Chinese drones for US government, police, fire inspection, and mapping.
Mhm.
Okay. And this has a list of drones. Now, if you can afford them, you can have one. The FLIR Ion M44, only $15,499.
That
The
steals
Watts
the teal,
Prism,
by the way.
$19,999. You have the Teal Golden Security drone right here. You have
That
the
should be about
Helios,
$8,000.
the Parrot Anafi. Now, keep in mind, we've done stories on most of these drones
These are
here.
the same drones that they paid more money for that are
Yes,
third.
yes.
Work.
So by the
just
way,
want-
the only way you can afford to buy these drones is with a federal grant. Okay. So
Yeah. But they have a shitload of drones. Even this Parrot Anafi bug, which I think was a big fail because I haven't seen anyone fly the damn thing. But this link right here, I'm going to put in the chat for you guys that are tired of DJI drones or that are lurking out there and say, I can buy a drone that can do better than DJI. Well, if you got 20,000 plus, oh, damn, the link. Oh, there it is. Check out that link right there. I'm just being facetious in saying that because what you guys don't know is DJI is going to stay on top. You know why? They already got more than their foot in the door. They got half their body in the door. They got half their body in the door, and they're about to bum rush everyone when they come out with this M3. Now, when the M3, for sure, April 2063, Blind Neil's
it'll
got
come out
jokes.
as a 3 Pro or a Pro 3. They won't call it an M3 because it'd be confused with the Matrice series.
Listen, guys.
People are going to bash DJI all the way to the front door as the UPS man drops off their truck.
Exactly.
Just remember that the iPhone you use with the app will get more personal info from you than the drone itself. Yes, else Meghead, yes, we do know. Gotta sell myself on Hunt's Point to get one of those drones.
Matt says. Okay.
Well, I put the link
bro.
there.
Tough
I'm going to
life.
put the link again, only because I want you guys to see what other options there are out there that are non-Chinese
Matt,
made.
there's you could try a firm.
Yeah, right. Could you imagine?
Don't do that, Matt.
Firm?
43 easy payments.
Don't do that, Matt. There's a firm, man.
Yeah. 43
Matt,
easy payments.
Matt,
Don't
if
you
I
worry.
saw you walking the track at Hunts Point, I'd be very scared. Not just for me, but whoever would try and pick you up. I'm just saying, man. The military will start using DJI drones again. Of course they will, Ray Kelly. You know why? Because they were using them to begin with. They were using them to begin with. And I'm sorry, but the Parrot Anafi that came out that they sold to the government, I'm going to be honest about this. I can't see how the government is paying 5,000 plus for a drone that you can buy in Best Buy.
Well, you got to remember this. They had a get down and lay down program, and those guys got down because once again, there was companies that they weren't selling drones to anybody you knew. So, I mean, there's a couple of people. Don't tell me about I know a guy that had, it's just a guy. All the other guys you know got the one you got. So when guys saw talking like that, you talking about drone companies, they weren't selling drones to consumers. So that was the perfect thing for them to get that. Why not?
I wanted to point out something.
The federal government.
Third, before we get out of here, Third Eye View says he's speaking of selling his Autel Evo 2 Pro and going full FPV digital. I want to say something before you do that, and maybe Tom can confirm this after I say it, but if you are thinking about going full DJI FPV, take one thing into account, and I mean this very seriously. That's unless you have that care refresh, it's a very expensive bird to replace or crash.
Oh, is he talking about
He's saying going full FPV digital.
The DJI drone or the
FPV digital would be DJI or the DJI system inside an FPV bird. But the point I'm trying to make is, before we get out of here, because we're past our time, is just think about it, weigh all the pros and cons, and do the research. Just like you did the research to get that Evo 2, do the research. Not everybody is made for that DJI bird. I know people who spent all that money for that bird and crashed it within a week to a few days and was pissed because they couldn't recover the drone. And DJI Care Refresh doesn't mean shit if you can't recover your drone. Tom, you're muted. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Ray said, and I agree with that statement, Lawrence. It is an expensive proposition. If you're going with a non-FPV,
I'm just saying, just be careful.
If you're going with a non-DJI FPV drone, have at it, man. Repairable.
He
learn how to
says no,
solder,
not DJI had their own,
Good.
Just the goggles.
Well, then you got to buy their air unit. So
yeah, you still have to buy the air unit.
Yeah, that's
which
fine.
is 150
Ray,
to 163.
Ray's got a question. Ray Kelly's got a question. Anyone still think Autel will come out with a mini? Ray, here's what I would say. I don't think the Autel company depended on one single person, whether that person was at the top or the bottom or anywhere in between. I believe they'll still, if there was product in the hopper, I think they'll still work towards releasing that product. I know the CEO left. He was just there for a month. It was, a weird situation that occurred. But again, I don't think everything pins on one person. One person doesn't necessarily make that company. That company's been around for a while. I mean, they make a lot of other product other than drones. So I think they'll still be moving forward. So that's my take on it.
The Sony bird, to be honest, if I could afford it, I would get it. That's all I'm going to say. But listen, we need to carry this. We need to carry this conversation on at another time, only because Herman has to run and take care of an errand. And
more than 10. I've
got a shitload of barbecue stuff here. I can't even get into my kitchen because I have to empty a cooler with ice and stuff like that. Guys, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the support. Please keep coming back. If you have a Phantom 4, go update it and let us know what the update does. You guys have anything to say other than don't forget to check out Herman Wednesday night?
Make sure you hit the thumbs up button.
Yeah, please guys hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. And we'll see you again on Wednesday.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Yes, listen, everyone. Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by those guys. We appreciate you all. We had a great topic. I had 4 news articles, but we had an interesting topic all night. We kept the chat interested. So if you guys want us to stick with this format or do a little bit of drone news and then have a main format, let us know in future streams coming up. We appreciate you all. Everyone stay safe. Say prayers for those down in the Louisiana area. They're getting hit with a hurricane pretty hard. Let's hope they ride through this one and everyone's fine. You know what I'm saying? El Smeghead says, I'm not updating my P4 for shit. It runs fine as it is. All right, never mind. Listen, we're out of here, guys. You guys got anything to say before we get out of here?
Said
No, we
everybody
did
be
that
careful,
already.
be
See you
safe.
guys
Everyone
later.
have a
See you
great
guys on
evening.
Wednesday.
Yes, we
Have a good
appreciate you all.
Sunday night
Thank
with
you, El
those guys is
Smeghead, for the
sponsored
super
by
chat. And everyone else, you lurkers out there, stop being fucking scared and come in here. We know you out there.
Just hit the thumbs up button if you're not, okay? Just hit the thumbs up.
Later,
button. There we
guys.
go.
Good
Take
night.
care,
Good
everyone.
night,
Yes,
everyone.
squirrel. All right, we ended it. Tom.